how to reassemble your Century C93 rifle. Starting with the bolt. Here's your firing pin spring. Put it on there like that. Take your bolt carrier. Drop it right into the hole. Now take your locking piece and how is this going to show up? This little piece right here needs to line up with this little cutout right here. So slide it on in there, press it down, and when you press it down, look in this little slot right here. Twist it clockwise. And hopefully you can see that this little shiny piece is showing. Not shiny, shiny, not shiny, and there we go, shiny. And to line up your bolt head, you're going to want to have it basically upside down. Slide it on, and this piece on the bolt head is going to have to ride under this piece on the bolt carrier. So slide it in, press it all the way down, and pull up just a bit so this part right here can ride under the piece I showed you up here. Rotate it clockwise. It's pretty tough. Okay, 1 second. Alright, here we go. Got a tool this time. Rotate it clockwise. There we go. There's a little bit of space in there. That is an important aspect of this. Just a little bit more on the bolt. As I showed you, the this piece right in here. Let's see how I can get this with the light. Right here, this piece is going to ride over this part of the bolt. If it was all the way together, that's how it would look. And this piece right here is going to be fitted right behind here, so it will be caught on there. Hopefully y'all can see that. So again, if the bolt head was on there, it would be caught between this piece and this part of the bolt head would be caught between this piece right here. I really need better lighting. There we go. This shiny piece right here. Okay, and since putting the bolt together is probably one of the most difficult parts and one of the most difficult explanations of the rifle, let's see here. I brought out the flashlight to show you where the bolt head locks into place on the bolt carrier. As I already showed you, that part is what it's going to look like when it's assembled. And that other piece I was pointing to, see how it locks in on that part of the bolt head? Again, that side, how it connects, and then how it connects also on this side. Okay, and just another extra tip on how to tell if your bolt is reassembled correctly. These roller locking pieces should be able to freely move. As you can see, I can press them in and they're not protruding out of the bolt head at all. And if I just let my finger go, they can go like that, or I can go like that. Shake them around, you can hear them moving. Just like that. That's another test to make sure the bolt's put together properly. And for the bolt gap, this should be about the width of a .22 caliber or .223 bullet, the actual bullet, not the case. And just see like that. It's about the same width. So that is also a good extra tip. Now to add the recoil spring back into the bolt, just take it like that, shove it in there. And one more quick tip on how to tell if your bolt is put together properly. When you try to put it back into the upper of the rifle, make sure to take notice of the rolling lockers. Okay, that one goes in perfectly. But if these are pointed out just a tiny bit, they won't be able to go into the upper of the rifle. They will lock on to this part right here, and you won't be able to actually push the rifle any farther than push the bolt into the rifle any farther than here, because the rollers will be sticking out. So that's another test to make sure that you have put the bolt together correctly. And the rest of putting the rifle together is really self-explanatory. Anyone can really figure it out. Just put the lower, look back in like that. Take your little pin here, shove the stock of the rifle back together. I'm going to have to slam this on the ground to get it to go back on. There we go. Put the pin back in. And there you go. The rifle is reassembled.